लो बहू, पहला रोटी खा लो।
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this read. My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. That's salt. You supposed to put salt in there? All right. What is going on? What is going on? All right. Uniqueness and freedom. All right. So there are some. Okay. 122 is crazy. All right. You sent me a message right when I'm doing your video, and it was 111. All right. Yeah, and I said 122. 122, 5 change. All right. Manifestations coming in. All right. Charisma. Um, shamanic gifts. All right. Family stability. Listening and secrecy. All right. So I'm feeling like you're super close to your ancestors. You are super close to your spiritual guides. All right. Beauty, completeness, fear, healing, cheerfulness, and pride. All right. Then you got journey, ambition. All right, so you are very ambitious when it comes to your journey. All right, you're not playing about your walk. All right, ain't nobody stopping you from getting what belongs to you. Hey, Crystal, nobody stopping you. All right, determination, right? Determination, mental energy. This is a badger energy. Thank you, love. All right, approval. Rabbit is here. All right, so you could be getting approved for something as well. All right, sensitivity, play, and resources. All right, so I'm hearing you're going to get ready to be able to do a lot of things. All right, you are getting ready to do a lot of things. Intelligence is unpredictable. All right, so quick on your feet is what I'm hearing. All right, inner world and curiosity, enlightenment and success. All right, there's some sort of success that's coming towards you. Right. I don't know. Things have been. It feels like things have been slowing down. All right. But it's like something is being recalibrated. All right. Let me use my dice. I feel like something could be recalibrating this though. So something is slow. Something may not be coming in like it was. All right. Resources is here. All right. So something is being calibrated when it comes to your resources. All right. Yeah. Something is getting to change. Something is getting ready to change. All right, 261. Being in the right place at the right time. All right, you're doing a lot of reflecting on your past. All right, 553. Indefinite change. All right, your spiritual team is definitely all around you. All right, for highly protected is what I'm hearing. 215. All right, 215, being in the right place at the right time. All right, something's getting ready to happen for you. And this is change. All right, there's some sort of change that's coming your way. 5 again, 513. All right, so this change is, I'm hearing mandatory. All right, and you're being guided into this change. All right, you're being guided into this change. Taurus is significant. Taurus talks about resources. All right. Where's my other book? I'm hearing resources. Cancer is significant as well. All right, that's nurturing. Something about nurturing. Um, Something's getting ready to happen to take care of a lot of things. All right. Let's see here. Progress, care, nobility, and leadership. Something's going to be moving forward for you quickly. All right. You got the squirrel and you got the rabbit. All right. A lot of these energies are fast moving energies. All right, you got the golden eagle, hedgehog, coyote, badger, rabbit, and squirrel. All right, and it's giving. Get ready. You ain't gotta stay ready. All right, I mean stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready. That's the type of energy it's giving. Self love, purity, vision, and silence. All right, let's see here. All right, if anybody is interested in unlimited reads to the end of the year, all right, unlimited reads to the end of the year. First person is 50, all right, and the second person is 65, all right, to the end of the year. Unlimited reads and unlimited questions, all right, whenever you're wanting one. All right, let's see. What is it that you want us to know at this time? Or what is it that you want this person to know at this time? Inheritance. There's something coming in for you. All right, something about a sister. All right, a sister could know something's coming in for you. All right. Again, if you're wanting on the spot readings are 15-15 right now. All right. All blockages have been removed. All right. So whatever somebody was trying to do to block you from receiving something is not going to work. All right. There's a new love cycle here as well. Somebody going to jail. Farm is here. Farm living keeps coming out a lot for you. All right. Fraud workings. Somebody was doing some bullshit behind the scenes, stole your money. Yeah, somebody stole some money, but that shit is coming to the light, all right, and you're getting ready to receive it. You're getting ready to receive it. That's why people are, I want to say, not really at odds with you, but at odds with themselves when it comes to you. All right, are you ready to sign a lease? Are you getting ready to move? All right, whatever this is that you're getting, it's going to allow you to move. Found out kids playing both sides. All right, so somebody found out that some children were playing both sides, or they were trying to use children to play on both sides. Somebody was trying to use some children. All right, cricket here. Yeah, somebody was trying to use some children. What's going on? All right, stole your money, fraud workings. All right, so whoever this is, and this sister knows. That's the crazy shit. All right, road trip is here. Somebody could have took a road trip to do something. But there's a big tower moment that's getting ready to happen. A big miracle is happening for you. All right, so the things that people did to try to send towards you, all right, is going towards them. Oh, leg going to sleep. All right, stole from you. Somebody hates that they hurt you. Because they stole your money. It ain't that they hate that they hurt you. They hate that they stole from you and they're not getting away with it. All right, or they're trying to steal from you and you're not getting away with it. That is what they don't like. All right, let's see. They hate the fact that you don't know for sure. Stole your money came out again. A fucking sister. What the hell? And that shit coming out together. Tell me about this sister. What's going on? Tell me about this sister. A sister and an ex. Could be significant inheritance is here. This sister knows about something. That's why this person is so bitter. It's that old lover too. All right. Fights. Somebody is fighting behind the scenes. Don't you? Fake apology. This sister wants to give you a fake apology, but it's a no-go. All right. Spirit is here. Spirit finna get you to do something big for you. All right. It's tired of waiting. Dream home is here. House of your dreams. All right, if anybody is wanting a reading, please let me know. Unlimited reads to the end of the year. First person, $50. Second person, 65. All right, there's a tower moment happening. There's a tower moment happening. Found out kids playing both sides. All right, it's some children somewhere. All right, these kids are older. All right, these could be nieces and nephews. These could be cousins. Baby mother is mad and sad because karma is here, and this could be anybody with a child. All right, there's a big change that's getting ready to happen. All right, inheritance is here. Somebody has a child. Like I said, somebody who got a child. Somebody has a baby. All right, there's some sort of good news coming in, some sort of a communication. All right, found out about the spell work that's being done. Somebody really wants a new beginning. Barbara is being attacked by your ancestors, and this could be somebody who was doing some shit on you. Somebody could have did a voodoo doll on you. Scamming and legal issues. Grandfather is significant. This could be a father figure. All right, uncle. Uncle, brother is significant. All right, something is happening within the next 72 hours. All right, so the next 3 days, somebody's moving. Justice is here. All right, Pisces is significant. Somebody could be on some type of drug. All right, trust fund, baby. Capricorn, somebody's going to find out that they have something. A mother could have been keeping something back. All right, inner strength. It's going to take everything in you not to do something to these people. All right, calling you. Somebody is calling you. Leo, Virgo is significant. All right, somebody is being guided to call you and tell you something. All right, there's a shady mother doing something behind the scenes. Magic is significant. All right, cricket, attorney. Somebody want to do something nice for you. Take you out to eat. All right, somebody wants to surprise you. You might cry. All right, somebody wanted to try to set you up, but Spirit is setting you up in the best way, in a good way. All right, fraud working is here. Road trip. Somebody could have took some sort of trip to do some type of fraud working. What's going on, love? Somebody could have been taking trips to do fraud. All right, unconditional love is what they feel. Unconditional love is what somebody feels. All right, job and career is here. You sure can. All right, something about an aunt is significant. Something about an aunt is significant. Cricket. Okay, you could have spoke to this aunt. I don't know, like this aunt. I ain't gonna say she close, but she ain't distant and she ain't close. All right. Procrastination, completion. Police is here. Authority. Somebody found something out. All right. Complete happiness. Something getting ready to happen. Tell me about this sister, because this sister coming out heavy and being what she did the last time. It's like she feels some type of way, but it's like she feels some type of way because she knows something. So she just being a bitch because that's all she can do. Alright, let's see. This person could be playing a spell work. Alright, today is the last day for the new moon reads. If you're wanting a new moon read, alright. $20 for a new moon read. Today is the last day, alright. That's a 30-minute video. Today is the last day. Alright, inner conflict. Ascending. Somebody's in inner conflict because you're moving forward. Somebody couldn't stop something. Alright, somebody could have been sending spell work at you in your relationship. Alright, yeah, lovers. Somebody wanted you to make a decision that was going to take you down a different path. Alright, it's like they were trying to control something behind the scenes. Alright, but your divinity, you was following your divinity. Alright, rich guy is here. And Empress. It's something that you did that is going to make something better. Alright, your hard work, your discipline, it got you through something. Alright, now romance is here. Charm, creativity, emotional sensitivity, wisdom and objectivity. Alright, sharpness and discernment. Alright, you got people watching you. All right, because they're trying to see why the fuck shit working out for you. Abandonment is here. Why you haven't left something behind. All right, feeling trapped. Somebody's feeling trapped because your pathway is clear. All right, somebody wants something to be so fucked up when it comes to your household. All right, it's a community of people. All right, watching your life. All right, something death is here. Somebody could be passing away. There's definitely something ending. Some sort of transformation is happening. All right, world and end is here. So something is ending, so that something can begin. Because you got unexpected money here. All right, somebody's getting ready to receive something. Yeah, this is something that you don't see. So you got something coming towards you that you aren't aware of. All right, it's just creeping up on you. All right, somebody wanted to take this. All right, somebody wanted to take it. They was looking in a divination, trying to take it from you. All right, because they know that you're receiving unexpected money. Why? Because they looking into your life, and they finna get penalized for that. All right, they don't want to see you bossing up and moving on. All right, you block these people. But I say you're moving on. Moving on came out again. All right, yeah, you trust yourself. You're not letting anybody hold you in any type of bondage. All right, new beginning is here. New beginning is here. Competition, challenge, conflict. All right, in the distant future, your path is open. Your path is open. All right, determination. Let me grab the other cards before I end this read. Disgusting. All right, when you least expect it. All right, when you least expect it, something's getting ready to happen. What's going on, Corey? When you least expect it, something's getting ready to happen. What's going on, y'all? All right, too much money. All right, you will not have to worry about not having. I'll tell you that. All right, too much money to ever be broke. God is getting ready to bless you heavy. All right, same body, different soul. I'm hearing elevation coming to surprise you. So there's some sort of surprise that's coming towards you. All right, literally way more than you expected. All right, it's just like something's falling in your hands. I just feel that energy. All right, taking you somewhere special. Something is not going to be how you think it is what I'm hearing. All right, finally being free of a situation. Something is a lot easier than you know. All right, what you thought was gone has come back into your life. All right, had a dream. Somebody had a dream about pregnancy. All right, gift is here. Somebody hiding a big surprise around you. All right, you sat all your haters down. Somebody making some sort of big move, or you're getting ready to make some sort of big move. The way somebody loves you is crazy. All right, somebody sees all of the damage that somebody did to you, and they know that you're innocent. All right, somebody God is sending in a new person, and this could be an elevated person. All right, the battle is over. Out of nowhere, when you least expect it, something getting ready to happen. Look, when you least expect it, because the battle is over. So now is when you least expect it. What's going on, Blackjack? All right, out of nowhere, you're getting ready to cry for joy. All right, this is something that you've been waiting on. You've been waiting on a certain type of freedom. All right, yeah, hiding karma. Somebody is hiding their karma. You already won. You already motherfucking won. All right, something by the next holiday. All right, something by next month. Something is happening next month. Everything is falling into place next month. All right, so everything is just going to start coming towards you. All right, getting ready to be awarded real big. Well, damn. Well, damn. Oh my God. My fucking back is hurting. Okay. Something about your sibling's partner is significant. All right, it's like, okay, somebody is passing away around somebody. Somebody's passing away around somebody. All right, personal growth. Somebody is scared now. All right, hard times are over. Fun times ahead. You're moving quietly. All right, somebody is scared now because something is dying around somebody. All right, somebody could, and it has something to do with a sibling's partner. All right, so somebody should have stayed minded. Somebody should have stayed in their fucking lane, minding their business is what I heard. All right, now somebody's scared. All right, hard times are over, fun times are here. All right, so it's something getting ready to happen for you. All right, no effort. You ain't gotta do shit effortlessly. You ain't gotta do nothing. Spirit say roll up. All right, Spirit say roll up. Somebody's rolling up. I heard your ancestors rolling up. Pineapple is here. Wealth, abundance. Somebody is begging to make something right with you. All right, somebody could have begged to make something right with you. Yeah, plot twist is here. All right, Spirit turn something around. So, what's going on, love? Spirit turn something around. All right. Somebody paid to be quiet. Somebody got paid to be quiet. All right. Somebody got paid to be quiet. All right. 2 more minutes on this read. All right. Fake supporters and Cricket Judge. All right. If you're wanting a unlimited read to the end of the year, all right. First person $50. Second person $65. All right. Unlimited reads to the end of the year. Watch your live and social media. Somebody's watching your live and social media. Car accident. All right. Spirit wants people to stop watching you. All right. The more they watch you, the more fucked up shit is happening to them. Hey. So the more they watch you and stalk you, fucked up shit is happening to them. You ain't doing shit, but they need to find something else to fucking do. All right. These people are on the rugs. All right. Somebody get in a car accident. Somebody could have the rugs in the system. All right, poison is here. This is somebody who tried to poison you. Somebody finna get in a car accident and they gonna have drugs, even if it's weed. Like if it's a car accident and it's their fault. Especially if they hurt somebody. McDonald's is significant. And then poison. Somebody could try to poison somebody. All right, siblings and partners here. All right, an emperor. So an emperor, siblings, partner is significant. All right, there's an emperor doing something with no effort. All right. Emperor's sister's boyfriend could be getting in a car accident. Whoa. So a sister's boyfriend could be getting in a car accident. That's wild. All right. On the meanwhile, you're getting a brand new car. All right. If you are interested in a reading, all right, please go ahead and send in your payment. All right. I'm only gonna be on here for a little while. All right. If you are interested in unlimited reads to the end of the year, let me know. All right, here, one person 45, one person 50 for the next 10 minutes. All right, if you are interested in a on-the-spot read, all right, 1515 for on-the-spot read at this time. All right, there's an emperor coming in. All right, brand new car is here. All you gotta do is wait. And as crazy as that shit sound, all you gotta do is wait. All right? Somebody is more in love with you now. All right? Is it the fact that you don't play that shit? Okay? That's what I'm hearing. You had to put your foot down. Now this person is being romantic, coming in with change. Paperwork is here. Yeah, somebody. Oh, yeah. Good is significant. All right, you're seeing things clear. Somebody is seeing things clear now. All right, that's good for them. All right, to be seeing things clearly. Somebody had a distorted view. All right, crooked judge is here. Car accident, on drugs, poison, crooked judge. What the hell going on here? All right, making special plans. Somebody making some sort of special plans to be with you. Right, then I got billionaire status right here. So you got a lot of money coming in. What's going on? You got a lot of money coming in. All right. Mail about your money. So you got some sort of communication that's getting ready to come in. And I'm going to end that to read there. All right. And I'm going to end the live over here on YouTube. Is there anybody that wants a reading over here on YouTube? Let me know before I disconnect the live.